Meanwhile, inside the abandoned factory, everything changes in an instant. Out of nowhere, a fist crashes into Donggu's stomach with devastating force. The impact lifts him off his feet, his body sailing across the factory before slamming into the far wall. Blood sprays from his mouth as the shock wave ripples through the building. The men who had stood beside him blink, trying to process what just happened. On the cold floor, Jin-ho, barely holding on, manages a faint smile. Relief washes over his fading eyes as they lock onto the familiar figure now standing before him. The factory air grows thick and heavy, crackling with pressure. The presence now in the room is overwhelming, undeniable, and filled with pure, unfiltered rage. And there he stands, eyes blazing with fury, his gaze locked onto Dong-su, not as a warning but as a sentence. His arrival isn't loud or theatrical. It's quiet and final, like death itself had stepped into the room. He rushes to Jin-ho's side without hesitation, gently tilting his head and pouring a healing potion into his mouth. But almost immediately a cold system notification flashes before Jin Woo's eyes. Healing potions can't restore health once it drops below 10% of a person's total HP. The message is a cruel reminder. Jin-ho is too close to death. Frustration surges through him. Time is running out. Turning sharply to the two men nearby, Jin Woo's voice cuts through the tension like a blade, cold and demanding, as he asks if either of them is a healer. The question isn't a plea, it's an order. The one closest to him hesitates, clearly shaken, and then mutters something about not understanding Korean. Dong-su, having just pulled himself together from Jin Woo's earlier strike, seizes the moment to speak up, casually translating the request to his men, as if this were just a routine introduction between acquaintances. Jin Woo doesn't even spare him a glance. His gaze remains locked on the two men, his voice now even colder as he repeats his demand, this time laced with deadly intent.